Mr. Paradise, Picking Paradise. This is episode 5 of the Lock Picking Belt Ride Along series, The Pick. We got this 5550 yesterday, brand new in the package. I tried to open it up and pick it in hand and found that it's actually pretty challenging, which is what I was hoping for. It's why I got this bitting. And it's actually a really good lock to learn off of. It's definitely got a serrated pin, and it's definitely got some spools in there, and there's a lot to learn from this one. Tolerances are pretty decent, so I'm gonna get her in a vise because can't show you guys as much in hand. Let's make note real quick on the serrated pin and pin 1, okay? So see the serrated pin, that's what it looks like, okay? We've definitely got one in pin 1, and I'm gonna show you guys right now. 50 thousandths, really quick note, if you have the pry bar 50 thousandths like this, we want this part right here, right there, to be firm on the core. Like that allows the most feedback possible, but what we don't want is this to be on pin 1 because it'll make that pin 1 always feel like a binder. So pull it back out a little bit if you have to. 50 thousandths fits just fine, and I got a hook 5, the multi-pick, and I think this is 25 thousandths. All right, so first we go right in and we hit pin 1. There we go. She's loose, very little bit, but she is loose. And if you can see, tilt it down a little bit for us to see. See how that's loose? There's no spring on that whatsoever. Very loose and rattly. But if we give her another click, she's even more loose. One more click, one more serration. There you go. Got rotation on the core. Now she's nice and loose. She's where she needs to be. So let's see that again. Barely click it, she's loose. Now she's really loose. So it's either a really shallow spool or really shallow serrations. I'm guessing serrations. But anyway, it makes it pretty interesting. So now we know what that looks like, and now we're going to try to go ahead and get this thing picked open on camera and discuss it along the way, hopefully. I've given it a couple picks, and I found that it's better for me to pick back to front, so I'm going to go right to the back. Set a couple of those low ones and a couple of those high ones back there. Okay, so pin 1 we know is going to rotate like that. So if you see as I'm going through there and I'm kind of wiggling along, I'm literally just kind of going up and down each little pin and feeling them and applying a little bit of pressure and setting which ones want to be set. Trying to give us the most view here. Also take note my thumb pressure. So really the tension is the biggest key here on all these, especially with the A buses. I got light tension, a little bit heavier than holding a piece of paper on the wall, but not much. Pin 1 likes to drop a lot on this one, and last time it was the last one, but it increases feedback for me to keep touching it because now I can see which ones are binding and which ones are spools. I don't know if you guys could hear that before, but something kind of fell on the back. And that click is indicative of a overset, but I got some counter rotation going on too, so I'll get that set. And unfortunately, the wife just rolled up, so we're gonna get some noise. I'm dropping pins. I hear them dropping. And an open. Okay, fantastic. So if you were paying attention there, we rolled back across one or two pins and they just slid right in. What happens was they were sitting in the position where the spool pin isn't like this, but they were sitting on that little ledge, that bottom ledge. That bottom ledge was fat. So when I came back by and rolled through it, it pushed it up and it allowed that core to rotate a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one a little bit more and take a picture of it. I hope you guys learned something, and stay tuned for the episode 6, which is gonna be on Monday.